This is Car Concerns with your host, Harry Douglas. Now, here's Harry.
Fleet Car Tech going across the board right now. The opening bell, $113 a share. How do you like that pick, folks? But anyhow, talking to Ken Zeno, AutoInform.com. Ken, I was reading on Twitter here. I gotta do this little joke. This lady, Michelle Sedana, who I follow, she says, what do you call an Alabama farmer with a sheep under each arm?
I give up.
Pimp. I wish I'd had that during the Alabama football week up here. Of course, Alabama trounced Tennessee. It wasn't even a contest.
We had Michigan State and Michigan, and Michigan State trounced Michigan over the weekend.
Yeah, but Michigan still got the best-looking football uniforms.
Well, it's the oldest football program, and they've won more games than any other college in the country over the history of the program. It goes back to the 19th century. So there's that. But, I mean, State, which has nice green uniforms, you just don't like the maize. You like the maize.
But isn't State kind of a dark green, though?
I'd call it a mid-tone green. The Spartans, it's sort of like the green of your grass.
That's boring. Anyhow, Michigan, what? They're yellow and black, aren't they?
Oh, maize and blue. I mean, they call it maize. I call it gold. But
anyhow, they got some tough-looking uniforms, but they don't top the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks take the...
Well, yeah, but that's because, they get what? That's Microsoft money, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know. What is that? Redford, Washington, or Redding, Washington.
No, Redford. I think you're right. I mean, wherever Microsoft comes, and they donate huge amounts of money to get them the best uniforms money can buy.
Man, and they do. And I believe that's why their programs, like number one in the country. I remember Tennessee used to add the Oregon Ducks to the first of the season as kind of like a warm-up team, somebody that we could go out and really beat, but that's not the case anymore.
I think, Harry, I hate to say this, but it looks like Tennessee's just an average ball club these days.
Well, we're rebuilding. We've got a new coach, and he's playing with the old players, but he's doing the best he can. And I, excuse me, I think Tennessee will be back, but I don't know if they'll be back in full swing until Peyton Manning gets to be the head coach.
Boy, Manning's having himself a good year, isn't he?
Oh man, that guy, he just about broke his neck a couple of seasons ago. He must have the best doctors in the world. Hey, they made his neck bionic, and man, he's out there taking those licks. Well, he doesn't get hit that much. I mean, he's got a great offensive line.
Yeah, and of course the NFL, we're talking football, has really cracked down on the head hit this year, which they should.
I don't know. I was watching the NFL last Sunday, and boy, I seen some awful hits. Hey, one of the teams that really needs to protect their quarterback, RG3, hey, the Redskins can't block.
Yeah, you need to help.
That guy's taking a beating, and he just come back from a big knee injury.
Yeah. Well, the secret in the NFL, as we all know, is if you give a pro quarterback time, which means you got to have a front line, if you give him enough time to scan the field, then he's going to make long passes, and there's nothing you can do to defend against him.
That's right. If you give him time to sit back there and scope the field, he'll scope out one, and he'll put one of those radar football throws right on the money, and you'll be beat. But another quarterback that's taken a beating this year, although he's still managing the win, is Tom Brady up in New England. I mean, his line has disintegrated as they've aged, and they've had to replace them. And of course, they got rid of what's his name, Wexler, the guy that he just loved to throw to. Now he's on Peyton's team.
But New England still won on Sunday.
Yeah, they did. They're finding a way to win, but I noticed Tom's getting hit a lot more this year.
Well, actually, the unsung heroes, I guess, in the NFL, I mean, besides the linemen, I mean, the wide receivers now, those guys are as fast as Corvettes. I mean, I just never seen anything like it. They are just explosive in how fast they are. And then you get the ball anywhere near them, and they catch it.
Yeah, they run under it. That's fine. And, I guess we can talk about the NFL because, millions and millions of American motorists drive to those games every single week. It amazes me how they fill the stadiums up.
Well,
and they're on TV.
Yes, and the tailgate parties, you're right about that. And the marketing, I mean, every major auto company is advertising on NFL football games. So between the tailgating and the marketing, well, now you've got insurance companies advertising too. You see those funny commercials about the tailgating party accidents,
right?
By was it Geico or is it?
Is it Allstate? It's Allstate.
Oh, okay.
You talking about the Mayhem?
Yeah.
Commercial where the guy's carrying the grill in the back of the trunk and it falls out. Oh, I love it. As a matter of fact, I sent an email to Allstate yesterday begging them to be a sponsor on this show so I could play those Mayhem commercials during the show.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I tell you what, just a fantastic. That's one commercial that I'll sit and watch, and if I'm zipping through the DVR and I see it on, I'll go back and play it because they're just genius. That's what I told Allstate. I said the commercials are just genius.
Well, auto insurance is another one of those areas where your advice is always sound. You got to shop because there's wide disparities in the rates.
Oh, absolutely. And that commercial that's on TV where the little green Geico, and he says 15 minutes will save you 30% or whatever. That's a bunch of bull. Hey, auto insurance all depends really not only on your driving record, but on your credit score.
Well, and also your location, your zip code.
I mean, you're not going to get a decent rate from anybody if you have a poor credit scores. That's why I have the Car Concerns Credit Conference. I like to boost those credit scores. I like to coach you from a subprime to a prime, and I can do it. And it's legal. It's not no flim-flam. I did it for my customers the whole time I was a new car dealer, Ken. I mean, I'd have people come in. I said, look, John, I pulled your credit here, and you've got a 650 credit score, and you need to be somewhere around 700. Hey, I can move that guy from 650 to 700 in a matter of weeks. I can't do it in a matter of hours, but I can do it in a matter of weeks. If he'll go through my program, hey, I'll boost that credit score. He won't have to pay subprime. And, subprime is back big time, Ken.
Oh, yes, it is. You're right. We should clarify for the listeners that you're talking about FICO scores, which is a rating system. And the rating system is dependent upon, how do I put this simply, depending on how much credit you have outstanding and what your history is on paying your credit card.
Your debt ratio, right.
Okay, your debt ratio. And subprime is back big time, one, for a very real reason, which is 80% of Americans drive to work. And when your car wears out, the only way you can get to work is to get a car, new or used. And some people who don't have good credit ratings have to pay higher rates, and that's the subprime market you're talking about.
And that's exactly how we got in all the trouble that we got in back in 2008, 2009. Hey, we're doing it all over again. And not only are we doing it in car buying, but we're also doing it again in housing.
Yeah, it looks to me like, yes, it looks to me like we're building a bubble again. Let me give you an example. I mean, I own my house, my home.
Right.
I've owned it. I paid it off at double payments years ago. And
smart move.
Then the bank just came to me and has offered me an incredible amount of money at 3.8% on a mortgage.
Right.
Right. Well, the house is paid for, but some people. Not me here, but some people would take that money and put it in speculative investments.
Invest it. Like, if I was you, Ken, and I got that money, this Thursday, we're going to get the IPO for Twitter, and I would take every dime I could get and go down to my broker or wherever I buy stocks. I do Scott Trade myself, and I would load the car trunk with Twitter stock, because right there's your chance to get rich, Ken.
Well, I'm a Vanguard sort of guy, and they don't charge much for trading either, but I don't...
What do they charge? Do you know?
Oh, it's only $8 per whatever.
Okay. Mine's $7 a trade.
Yeah.
But anyhow, hey, Twitter's coming out in the next 48 hours, folks. Their IPO, it's going to be huge. And it's coming out reasonably, $20, $25 a share. Hey, you need to load the boat on that. Hey, Tesla's up this morning. I saw it go across the board. It's up about $5 since the opening bell. I'm Harry Douglas. This is Car Concerns.
Take advantage of the Car Concerns Radio USA 10-year anniversary special. A 15-minute segment heard in 33 markets on a nationally syndicated radio show for only $125. This is radio that makes it economical and affordable for you to get the word out about what you do, driving your message home. It's the 10-year anniversary special. Just $125 for a 15-minute airtime segment. Segments can be booked for a later date. There are limited spots available. Call Car Concerns Radio USA now. 1-855-CAR-CONCERNS. That's 855-227-2662.
Ah, the sound of small business, getting busier. Can you tell which one is using AT&T? Truth is, they all are, because businesses of all kinds can find AT&T customizable plans that fit their exact needs. Whether it's broadband, mobility, or nationwide voice, at AT&T, we can help your business get humming.
I need more receipt paper, please.
Call 1-855-877-4288 today and ask about special offers available for new small business packages. AT&T, rethink possible.
Moms of America, stand up and stop taking abuse from your kids.
I pledge never to let my kid disrespect me ever again.
I pledge to stop letting my daughter walk all over me.
I pledge to stop living in fear of my son's anger.
I pledge never to feel like a bad parent ever again, because I'm not.
I pledge to stop letting my child's behavior control my home.
I pledge to be a mom with kids who listen, a total transformation mom.
I'm Janet Lehman, co-creator of the Total Transformation Program. We created the Total Transformation to help parents with difficult child behavior. Now I'm giving it away free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. We'll let you keep it for free.
Call 1-800-287-9157. That's 1-800-287-9157. Call now. That's 1-800-287-9157. That's 1-800-287-9157.
With over 1 million products, Grainger's your one-stop shop to help keep your facility running. And no one has more of the best brands. Like Fluke, Grainger has an enormous selection of Fluke testing tools, including the VTO2 visual thermometer, a breakthrough in temperature measurement. The brands you want, the products you need, the good-looking radio guy you love to hear. Okay, I added that part. Buy your supplies smarter. Call, visit a branch, or click Grainger.com/Fluke today. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Geico says, let's make life simpler. You need to buy something, but you don't want to make a mistake. So what do? Scour the web? Collect sales circulars? Ask your brother-in-law? How about this? When it comes to car insurance, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. I repeat, 97%. So make it simple. Just ask a friend who has Geico. Then click or call. You could make it 98%.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Jay Farner here from Quicken Loans. We get a lot of tweets from folks that sound just like this. Jay, I bought my home in 2007. Since then, it's gone down in value. Now I owe more on my mortgage than my home is worth. Can I refinance? The answer may very well be yes. Recently, the government announced changes that may allow folks to refinance even if their home has lost value. For example, if you owe $300,000 on your mortgage, but your home's only worth $150,000, Quicken Loans may still be able to help you. Or if your current mortgage rate is higher than 3.99%, you've got to give us a call today at 800-QUICKEN. And for 3 years in a row now, J.D. Power & Associates has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. So, if your current mortgage is higher than 3.99%, or if you owe more than your home is worth, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
For J.D. Power & Associates award information, visit jdpower.com. Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.